Hello, everybody, and welcome to 3 Years AMA. It has been a long 14 days. I must say, I have missed you. I hope you have missed us, at least live, because I see that you're very active in our channels, at our communities, on Discord, on Telegram, and on Twitter. And thank you for that. Thank you for having chat with us. Thank you for asking questions. But also, this is a great opportunity to ask questions because this is what AMA is for. So do use the comment section, write questions. Sandi, Bitenc, the CEO of 3Air, will be with us in a couple of seconds, and we also have a special guest coming up. So looking forward to that. My name is Anita Mlakar, by the way. I am the host of this AMAs, and I really enjoy working with the team. And we have, or at least they tell me, every time when I go live to do a special introduction of the project of 3Air. And this is what I'm going to do in the next couple of seconds. So connect Africa cities with a fast and stable internet connection and become the first fully decentralized telecom platform in the world is the goal of 3Air. What are we doing? We are connecting the unconnected. Once people have internet connection, we can provide them with digital identities. Then we can bank the unbanked. We are giving them a wallet all through blockchain. The next step is providing financial services. We have fiat onboarding and offboarding, RAM, and peer-to-peer cash crypto onboarding. DeFi, we are working on microloans and yield farming. Our outside partners will provide additional digital revenue streams. And once we put people through all those steps, they're connected, they're banked, and they're empowered. And also all this time, we are educating people, and that is the real empowerment. We are doing that through our channels and also, of course, through this AMA. And plans are getting bigger and bigger. Let me welcome our guest today. Sandi Bitenc is with us as always. Sandi Bitenc, CEO of 3Air. Hello, Sandi.
Hello, Anita. You're again breaking up.
Oh my God. I'm going to do it again. From the beginning. I'm just kidding. I'm sorry that I'm breaking up.
You're speaking too fast. I think you're speaking too fast, and then the computer just gets confused.
Okay, I will slow down.
I think the deep fakes aren't working so well yet.
Okay, now Leon is writing to us that now that we are both here, we are okay. Maybe it's because I'm too fast. Maybe it's because I'm alone. And
No,
then
no. I think we have a guest that might know why that is.
Yes, looking forward to saying hello to Roks Mihailović Krpan.
Hello.
Hi, Rok.
Hello. Hi.
We are not breaking up now, so that's great. Rok, we
for
didn't
the moment,
have you
it's
here.
perfect.
Oh, yes, it is. We hadn't have you here for some time, and we are really happy that you're with us. How are you?
Fine. Waiting for warmer weather.
Oh, you can come over to my place. It's always warm here.
Okay, Sandi is in Bangkok, so yeah, I'm sure you have better weather than we.
I don't think it's ever cold there.
No, not really.
So in Slovenia, we are like around zero, right? Or going minus now and then. Yeah. It's winter. Rok, you are here with us because you will be giving us some update on development and product development, and also to answer some questions. You are, of course, in a hurry. You have to be in another place, in, let's say, 10 minutes. So let's use you while you're here. Will you give us some information, give us some product update, please?
Okay, so I think I should start with one of the questions that popped up is about the scale. So when I was last in the AMA, or when I was last explaining it, there were some problems with their chain. We couldn't do everything. I mean, if somebody wants technical details, it was about actually capturing their events because they didn't fully complying with the Ethereum specifications. So we got, I think last week or something like this, we got information from them that they are progressing, they are doing update. So we are following up upon that. If that part is fixed, so like we can move forward with their integration and check if everything works with them. So this is part of that. Then I don't know, Sandi, if you will later talk about the BUSD scenario, or should I like start with it?
Yeah, that was also a question. So
Yeah,
I'll so that we don't take time away from you, I'll explain for if somebody doesn't know what actually happened with the BUSD and taxes. But we will be changing from away from BUSD, so as the stable coin of choice. And yeah, just you can then talk a bit more about what this means technically, and I'll just later when you're gone, I'll talk a bit more about
more in
why
the
that is.
details. Oh, okay. So like technically we are not kind of affected by it really much because we like design the market with multiple currencies and everything in mind. So while the market is like mostly exposed part of the ecosystem now, like we can change the currencies in it. So what we are going to do is we can disable the BUSD part of it, so to not allow to do it anymore, and then change the main buying currency to the basically the currency of our choice. We can choose the other stable coin, or we can also add some other currencies. So to take away part of that.
So
Then
literally
regard,
nothing really critical, right?
yeah,
Do we
it's
even need to do some redeployments of smart contracts, or is not even that needed?
yeah. We have checked it, so we don't even need to do that because we can just like remove the BUSD as the payment, add another stable coin, replace it, and it's not that much work to do. So we can like fix it.
Great.
So on the other part, in regards to development, to make it fast, we are working mostly on development of the ecosystem and like mesh networking, Wi-Fi, this part of solution. So what we did some testing on the radios for the authentication because it's the kind of the first part that actually needs to be done to get the users online because you can't really connect to the Wi-Fi one you can't really connect to it until we have the radius and the authentication ready. So this was kind of the first part to get the service up and running, get the connections up and running, get the like middleware service up and running with the connection to the chain. So the next part of the testing is then us finishing our lab testing of equipment. So because like everybody knows, the lab testing is actually the simple part. Like in the lab, you can just connect everything together, connect to it, and say it works because of course it works if you're a few meters away from the equipment. So we are finishing the lab testing and we are moving forward to the on-ground testing, which brings another set of challenges. So once we move to the actual on-ground testing, we need to find outdoor spots to test it, have the right conditions to test it. We have to account for all the latency that this will introduce, account for the network conditions in it, because once we are out on the ground, there you have the address translations from the network. You have, as I said, the latency. You need verification to be fast enough. You need on the Wi-Fi to actually move between the hotspots. You need the like Wi-Fi roaming enabled. You need central controllers for that. Some vendors support them, some vendors don't. Like we want to be like independent from the vendors as much as possible. So this takes another time. And there is also a proof of concept thing that we want to test out because like everybody's used to everybody's used to captive pages. So when you go to the hotel, you like usually get the login page and you need to enter your username and password, and then you get to the internet and everybody is like doesn't want this anymore and everybody is full of that. So what we have an option to do, which we need to test and make a proof of concept of, is the actual authentication through the wallet or through the app. So once you connect to the Wi-Fi, you don't get this nasty page with username and password, but you basically could open the Trier app and like sign a message with your wallet, and this would be it, because everything is connected to this part on the chain. So this should be quite easy. So
It's funny sometimes where you come into issues, right? So just
Yeah,
removing a login and password for something can prove in the end to be a big challenge.
yeah. It's not. I mean, most people say, okay, why not? It's just a login and password. But the problem when you get to the whole telecom and networking equipment, this is a really specific market. You don't have the freedom to develop something on your own just like that, because every vendor has its own controllers. They have their own protocols. They don't want other vendors in your network. They'll just want it exactly like they want it. So changing anything there is like, yeah, we are just changing a login page, and it takes a lot of time to actually do it.
Yes, compatibility issues.
Yeah, I mean, if anybody is working in the networking or telecom sector, they will probably find themselves here and and just laugh at it. So yeah, like this was the very quick update of few of the points I got that I think I should mention.
Okay. Rok, there are just a couple of questions also for you here in the comment section, which you did answer some through what you just told us. The questions are: is some of the developed product already tested, used by K3? What are the main challenges for the development, and how many people are working on the development team? If there is something
Okay.
that you would like to add to this.
Yeah, so in regards to the products tested used by K3, like everything we do is, I mean, with K3 we have the testing grounds, we have the connections with them. So of course this is the part where we can actually test some of the parts. Um, I'm not really sure how much I can say about what are their internals of the system, but of course we already on one AMA covered our TV system. On one AMA we already covered the telecom management solutions that we are integrating. So I mean, these are the things, like we integrate every part with them, like we test it with them. So this is one part. And in regards to the development, we currently have 8 people on the team working on it. So I hope, Richard, I answered your question.
Yes, Richard was asking all those questions about the challenges also, if there are any. But I think you
Yeah,
have answered all that.
yeah. Maybe one like challenge that not a lot of people know about is the like chain part. You can't really test all the functionality of the public chains. I mean, you have public chains which you don't want to use because they cost money. You have the public testnets, which to most people sound okay, but once you get into technical parts, you can't really test on them. I mean, you need the real addresses, you need the real connections. I don't know, if you want to test integrations with the swaps, you need real swaps. So what we actually do in development, like which is a challenge, and you need to like think of it carefully. We usually set up our own private chain in the company. So we have in-house chain. So what we actually do is we take a copy of the whole public mainnet, which if we count BSC on which we are now, the BSC archive node is around, I think, 6 or 7 terabytes of data. So we periodically do the whole snapshots of the public chain and then like start the fork on our own system and then like develop here. So this is usually a challenge that we come to like every few weeks. So
Yeah, and then Rock just resets the chain, and then we're all lost. What the hell happened right now?
yeah, because everything is gone, and I say like, okay, we did what the testing part we wanted. Start from the fresh, remove everything, and you'd also need to like reset the wallets and reset
What
all the
is what is
servers.
really nice is that you can get a few billions of stable coins in your wallet.
Yeah, of course. So you have one command, you enter it. We already build the whole scripts of it, like whole scripts to get BUSDs, to get other currencies, to get REAR, to take things out. We can imitate accounts. Like we have scripts on everything. Like we have one chain is called it's called Anvil for Foundry, which actually allows you to unlock some parts. So yeah, we have a new chain. Let's press a button. Okay, you have 20 billion on the account. So have fun.
Yeah, that's fun. I wish those were real. That would be nice.
Yeah.
There was also a really interesting story when we were first syncing the node, right? How long did it take for the node to actually for the full node to sync?
For the first time, it was about a bit more, around 2 months, and now it has grown from that time. So the last time we had to sync it in full, it was 4.5 months. So it's really nice when you need to do it from the start.
Oh my God.
No, it's unimaginable. 4 months to sync a full node.
Yeah.
From,
And you can't do it faster. I mean, it's on a server with like server type CPU. It has 128 cores. It has 256 gigs of RAM, and it has like 8 NVMe disks in it. So it's not a small server. It's the most you can get.
Okay.
Okay, so I'll really need to go now, as I'm already in a hurry. So,
Well, thank you very much for taking time.
Yeah.
We did use the opportunity, just to ask you all the questions that we had. And please do come back again, because as you can see, there are a lot of questions for you every time.
Yeah, I'll write them down from time to time, so to have them until the next time.
Okay. Have a great
Okay.
day or the rest
Yeah.
of the day. Bye-bye. Thank you for being
Time
with
for
us.
you. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Okay, Sandi, it's just us again. And it's very important to have you here, because you're the one answering the questions and, of course, giving us the update. Sandi, we have to touch this subject because we have talked about it last time we were together. It was about the update or the roadmap, and where are we heading? Where are we going? You did promise something to say about it this week. Where are we right now?
So the new deck is right now in design. It's already half designed. I have on Friday the first pitch. So yeah, the roadmap kind of looks okay right now. So I think we'll be able to publish this end of this week, beginning of next week. So it's coming soon. It's coming soon.
That is good news, Sandi.
Yes, I do think it is.
Will you give us a little market update, because we are used to that now, and just tell us what is going on?
Well, it's so difficult right now. One of the things needed mentioning is really the BUSD thing. So what actually happened is that the SEC sent a letter to Paxos. Paxos is the company, a New York-based company that is issuing BUSD, and it's issuing it on the Ethereum blockchain, and then it's being used by Binance and actually bridged over to the Binance Smart Chain, and because it's kind of considered Binance stablecoin, and I really like BUSD because it's one of the rare stable coins that is not controllable, so it cannot be frozen and so on. I think it's done the way it should be done, so that everyone can custody it themselves and doesn't need to worry for anyone to freeze it in their wallet. And also it's apparently backed 1-to-1, and I'm quite sure that it is kind of backed 1-to-1 with US dollars. So that's why it was our choice when we used it. But the SEC just went after Paxos, and they'll probably go and sue them for issuing unregistered securities. So a security is actually stocks, for instance, are securities. So it's an asset that's being kind of sold or bought in connection to generating a profit. So you buy something because you expect that it'll generate you a profit, and there is the main thing, how to actually know if something is a security, is the Howey test. And I don't think, a stablecoin is a stablecoin. It's pegged 1-to-1 to the US dollar. You don't go and buy a stablecoin to make profit, right? So not in that sense. You might invest, you might buy something else with a stable coin that you think about creating a profit of. But that's stable coins by themselves should not be securities. I don't see them in any way how they could be securities. And the SEC and Gary Gensler, he was asked about it a few times, but he didn't come out with really some clear guidelines. So this is also why we are right now going away from BUSD, because Paxos, in response to the SEC threatening to sue them, has said that they'll stop issuing it. So for now, they on February 21st they will stop minting it. So there will be no more issuance of BUSD, and they said that the redeeming process will still be going on for at least 1 year. But it can also happen that if they really get a lawsuit, that just because of that lawsuit they will need to stop BUSD altogether, and then that can be a big problem. So this is why we said that we'll not be supporting BUSD anymore. It's just it doesn't make sense. So probably BUSD will go to will just have its market cap reduced slowly. I don't think it'll really depack. So until the redeems are there, I think it will not depack. But it doesn't have a bright future. At least it doesn't seem like this. So that's for why we are removing BUSD and what's happening on that front. But all in all, in regards to market, this is one of the things that's happening right now, and the crypto community is actually calling this choke point 2.0. So what the US government right now is trying to do is cut the whole financial system away from crypto. So kind of they went after banks, and a lot of banks that were banking bigger crypto project before have stopped that. The banks that have had connections with crypto got downgraded. So there's a lot of stuff happening there. We also saw then previous week the SEC went after Kraken, and after their staking. So Kraken, they just didn't want to go into a lawsuit, so they settled for $30 million, and they removed all staking from their platform. So it's a lot of stuff going on. I'm pretty surprised that crypto is holding so well in light of this. Also, yesterday we had the CPI numbers coming out, and they weren't really brilliant. So they were actually not meeting the expectations, and regardless, the markets went up. So it's really interesting. The markets now look really strong. If it was like just a few months, 1 month or 2 months ago, with every bad news there was like a huge drop, and with any good news there was no positive impact on the market. It's now like the other way around. So we have really bad news going on, and the markets don't really budge, and they tend to kind of pump on any small thing. So in that sense, it looks really good. I like that, but we're for sure not out of the waters, and it looks like that there'll be a lot more stuff happening and going on in regards to regulation. Hopefully things will move a bit faster, and there will come some regulation and some regulative clarity could happen by the end of the year. And even if it's not really perfect, if we have at least some regulation in place, then the SEC can just not go after anything they want and just claim everything is a security and sue everything, and really wreak havoc. So I would rather have bad regulation than no regulation, but hopefully we'll get some good regulation. Also, the UK has come out with some good proposals for some pretty nice regulation. Um, and it also, it doesn't look like that everyone is following what the US is doing. So it's, there are good things, there are bad things. I'm pretty sure crypto will make it in the end, and yeah, let's see what happens. But I think 2023 will be quite bumpy. We also expecting still. I do expect that there'll be a small recession. I don't think it's gonna be really huge, and also the numbers are getting back better and better. I'm quite a bit concerned that there is a record high yield curve in inversion. Never in history has been so high, and every up until now, every yield curve curve inversion what has been followed by a recession. Um, let's see, maybe this time is different, but that are always uh, the words that you never say in investing. They're really dangerous.
Okay, Sandi, thank you for this market update. Let's say that the bull has not beat the bear yet, but it is certainly going that way, and let's hope it happened. But there are still some questions. Miran is asking, regarding to that, are you going to replace BUSD for some other stable coin on your portal?
Yes, we will. We will. We just didn't decide yet exactly what we'll use. There's I'm not a fan of USDC. USDC has in the past already blocked a lot of wallets. I don't want to support USDC if it won't be really necessary that it's the only one left. Then I would rather go to USDT, but USDT is also, let's see what just happens, right? BUSD could be just the first one. Maybe they're preparing something for USDC or USDT. The thing is, USDT is not under US jurisdiction per se, because they're actually offshore. The thing is that they could go after USDT just because of their US dollar backings, and also some companies that are kind of holding US dollars for USDT. They could go after them. So there's still an angle of attack possible, and there is nothing to rule out in what the SEC is doing right now. It's just crazy. It's really crazy. So I'm not ruling anything out. So also USDT, I don't see right now as a really good choice. Then, but you have some options of decentralized stable coins, something like Frax or DAI. But DAI is also collateralized actually with USDC and USDT. So it's also not the best choice. So we are doing our research. Maybe we'll find something else. There's also, I would really love to have a good algorithmic stablecoin, but in the past, every one of those has just depacked, and the biggest one was actually Luna that happened last year and crashed the whole crypto market at that point in time. Yeah, DJet is also one that is interesting, but it's not on BSC chain yet. So at least I don't think it is. So, but it is something that's of interest. Over collateralized, yes, but it's also, so it's not collateralized with a stable coin. So if there is a really bad bear market, it can become also under collateralized, right? If the underlying assets just fall below, and if DJet grows and grows and demand grows, yeah, we need to see. So just jumping on a new stable coin also isn't the best thing right now, I guess. But let's see. We are doing our research.
Are you going to deploy on Tendermint like World Mobile does? Is a question from Joga.
No, no. We're right now. So if we'll be doing our own chain, it's gonna be. I don't think it's gonna be Tendermint. It's not really my topic, so that would be more a question for Rock. But I don't think that we'll be using Tendermint.
Okay, tell us a bit about the BKK pitch.
So I posted a picture in Telegram. So it's gonna be a pitch in front of a few bigger VCs. So we didn't have a lot of contacts here with the VCs from the Asian region. So I do hope that will spark some interest here. And it's gonna be for the new roadmap. So and that one will be revealed in a few days.
Okay, a question from our Telegram channel. Any partnerships happening in Thailand?
So no real partnerships right now. The event hasn't started yet, but I'll for sure be meeting some new people, some new projects. I've been meeting here with some of new team members that will join the team if we get the new roadmap funded, and they'll be quite high level. So some really cool people coming from potentially some other high level projects and jumping over to 3R if we get the funding needed for the new roadmap.
Okay, Sandi, we did give some update to that. Also answered some questions, and we are looking forward to what will be happening at the end of the week. Of course, getting more information about the new roadmap. Is there something else that we should talk about today? Add something?
Nothing really special from my side. It's just I really hope that this thing takes off, and I think when you hear it, you'll like what we are trying to do right now. Unfortunately, the current 3R roadmap is delayed. Is just delayed because DRC is just not progressing as we thought and hoped it would. So we're just pulling up front some of the other things that are not connected directly to expanding throughout Africa, and yeah, this is where we'll put our resources until we actually get the DRC on track. And that's for the most part it's on K3 side right now that they get things there right.
Sandi, how long are you staying in Bangkok, and what is the next destination?
I'll be here for another week. So if anyone is here in Bangkok, just let me know. I won't be traveling around. I know that there are a few of the community members are in Thailand, but more on Koh Samui and on the islands. So, but if anyone is in Bangkok, let me know. Hopefully, we meet on the event or anywhere else. Then afterwards, back to Dubai. Some meetings there also in Dubai. I think I'll be in Dubai only five days. Then we're going to Egypt, but the event in Egypt is gonna be postponed. But I have some other things there that I need to do, so I'm not postponing my Egypt trip. So it's gonna be like going from Bangkok to Dubai and then to Egypt, and from Egypt back to Dubai just for the AIBC. Will be on the AIBC on from 13th till 16th of March, and if you have the time, I think AIBC Dubai will be probably one of the bigger events and the events to go to. So if you have the chance, would be nice to meet there. if anyone needs a ticket, I do think we have some tickets left, but I need to check. I'm not 100% sure. So I'll be there from the 13th till the 16th of March on the AIBC Dubai, and then just afterwards on the 16th, I need to fly back to Egypt for another event.
Great. Maybe I'll get back to you for the tickets. But let's just answer this question because we're here. When do you expect news from DRC governments?
It's so hard to say. So we're expecting it any day. We expected it in November and December already. So it's really hard, and it's not so. It's not what I'm working on. So we have the lobbying team that's working on that, and apparently there are some some difficulties there. I don't think it's something that's unsolvable. So it will be solvable, but it's Africa. So I don't know. I know that a lot of the community members are also, coming from Cardano side. And just remember when Cardano was doing the Ethiopia deal, it took them actually 2 years to make it happen. So it just takes time. Africa is sometimes so unpredictable, but I do think it's solvable.
Yes, of course. Sandi, thank you very much for being with us. It's always nice to have you here to get new information. And of course, we will be back in a 14-day time on Wednesday here, live on AMA. Of course, also with your questions and Sandi, your answers. Looking forward to that. And in the meantime, stay tuned. Stay a part of our channels, our communities on Discord, on Telegram, and on Twitter. And of course, do subscribe to this YouTube channel so that you will know when we are going live. Sandi, have a great time in Bangkok. Enjoy.
Thank you.
Be successful, and we'll be back in 14 days, right?
Yes, absolutely. We'll try to send some pictures from the event and the pitch.
Yeah. Thank you for being with us, and have a great day. Bye-bye.